Fresh parsley provides extraordinary nutrient density, 984% of daily vitamin K per cup, 133% vitamin C, and 101% vitamin A. These numbers are staggering and make parsley one of the most nutrient-dense foods per gram. Yet parsley is typically relegated to garnish status, used sparingly and often left on the plate. The strong statement that parsley is far more than a garnish challenges how we typically think about herbs. We're encouraged to use parsley abundantly and daily, which represents a significant shift in culinary thinking. But let's be realistic. Most people are not going to eat a cup of fresh parsley. That's a lot of parsley, and while the flavor is relatively mild as herbs go, it's still quite present. Tabbouleh is mentioned with the note that traditional Lebanese tabbouleh is mostly parsley, not bulgur. This is an important cultural point. American versions of tabbouleh often reverse the proportions, making it primarily bulgur with a little parsley. Authentic tabbouleh is a parsley salad with some bulgur, lemon, tomatoes, and olive oil. This distinction matters for both cultural authenticity and nutritional content. The suggestion to add parsley to salads, make parsley-based pesto or chimichurri, finish soups and stews with chopped parsley, or blend into smoothies represents diverse uses. Parsley pesto is delicious and more economical than basil pesto. Chimichurri, the Argentinian sauce of parsley, garlic, vinegar, and oil, is vibrant and flavorful. These are legitimate ways to use substantial amounts of parsley. The note that both flat leaf, Italian, and curly parsley are nutritious, with flat leaf having slightly stronger flavor, is useful. In my experience, flat leaf parsley is generally preferred for cooking, while curly parsley is often used for garnish. But both are nutritious. The instruction to use stems as well as leaves because stems contain as much flavor and nutrition as leaves is good from a food waste perspective. However, the stems can be tough and fibrous, particularly on larger, older parsley. Finely chopping the stems makes them more palatable. The warning that parsley loses vitamin C when dried, use fresh when possible, is important. Dried parsley is essentially just green dust with minimal flavor or nutrition. Fresh parsley is incomparably better, but it also requires storage and has a limited shelf life. The storage method, stems in water like flowers, covered with a plastic bag in the refrigerator, is practical and effective. Parsley stored this way can last weeks, which helps reduce waste and makes it feasible to buy larger bunches. The claim that 1 cup of fresh parsley provides nearly 1,000% of daily vitamin K needs is acknowledged as more than most people eat, which is refreshingly realistic. The document recognizes that even smaller amounts are beneficial, which is sensible. Parsley as a natural breath freshener is mentioned, particularly after eating garlic. This is traditional wisdom and has some basis in fact. Chlorophyll in parsley may help neutralize odors, though the evidence is mixed. What I appreciate about the parsley recommendations is that they acknowledge Mediterranean cuisines use parsley generously in nearly every savory dish. This is true. Parsley is foundational to Mediterranean cooking. But adopting this practice requires a significant shift for people whose culinary traditions don't emphasize fresh herbs. What concerns me is the vitamin K content for people on blood thinners. At 984% of daily value per cup, even smaller amounts of parsley can affect medication. A quarter cup is still 246% of daily value. This requires awareness and consistency that may be challenging. The broader issue is that using parsley as a primary vegetable rather than a garnish requires culinary knowledge, recipes, and practice. Making tabbouleh or chimichurri isn't difficult, but it's unfamiliar to many people. Simply telling people to use more parsley without providing context and recipes isn't sufficient.